As a senior or senior caregiver in today's rapidly evolving environment, it can be time-consuming and overwhelming to coordinate and locate the resources needed to address your needs or those of a loved one. However, area seniors and their families now have an additional resource, the Escarosa Alliance. Joining me now with details is Nikki Tucker, President of the Alliance. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Well, it's always great to share information about new resources out there. So what is the Escarosa Alliance?
We are a group of senior services and agencies of professionals who have come together to serve needs of seniors. We've been in existence since the end of 2010, and we work under the auspices of Professionals Helping Seniors, which is a nationwide organization that helped to develop senior resource alliances. But our goal certainly is to provide centralized sources of a wide variety of services to seniors and help them to make decisions that are needed.
So how does this add value to what's available in the community and all this expertise here?
Yes, I feel like we augment what's already available in the community, and I'll tell you why, simply because senior or their caregivers can make one phone call. And we have 18 members in our alliance, so 18 members who are specialized in their certain area. So we offer a wide array of services and help them make those decisions.
So talk about the advantage of this type of collaboration, or maybe you might have an example of how some of these people have come together to work on one person's multiple issues.
Absolutely. I'll give you a really good example. When we first started our alliance, there was a lady, she's in her early 80s, living alone at the time, and our certified senior advisor, Joan Connell, went out to see her in her home to help her with her needs because she was too homebound to come into their office. And so once they went to her home, they discovered that she had had multiple falls, didn't tell anybody, did not have family support, and was quite anxious about remaining at home and just not knowing what decisions to make or what to do. And so Joan activated our alliance, if you will, and she got our home health care agency involved to provide physical therapy to help discover why she might have been falling. She helped her activate her long-term care insurance policy, which enabled her to hire non-medical services to help her with her daily living. She also had our senior real estate expert come in and help her potentially make decisions about selling her home if that was going to be the case on down the road. We also have relocation services that came in to help her with cost and that type thing. So activating many services in the Alliance helped this particular lady stay in her home another year.
That's good. I mean, that's a great example of how that works. And you mentioned some of the expertise in your scenario there. But what other types of expertise is represented by the Alliance members?
We have reverse mortgage specialists. We have transportation offered. Of course, home health, medical and non-medical services. We have legal services, financial services. We have a couple social workers I'm a social worker, so we have a couple social workers in our alliance that I feel like if we don't particularly offer a specific service the senior might need, we're going to find out where to find that service and help guide the senior and or caregivers of where to obtain services.
Okay. Well, this is relatively new and a little bit different approach. And so how would you sum this up as far as a concept?
I would say really an easy button, if you will.
Okay.
Seniors today are challenged with making multiple decisions, and when they face, for instance, this lady that had falls, when they face having to make multiple decisions, not knowing who to call, when you call the Alliance, we help you make those decisions. And I think what is key and what is incredibly important is that we identify questions that seniors and their loved ones don't know to ask. And planning is key, knowledge is power, it's essential. It's essential.
Yes, yeah, very, very much so. And I know at the Council on Aging, we enjoy being a part of this as well, and can bring some resources to the table as far as possibly Meals on Wheels and that type of thing. Let's get to the chase here. Is there any cost to go through this process?
No, it depends, actually, I'll be honest. If an individual called our hotline number, which we'll provide at the end, the individual receives free consultation. There's no cost to call. There's no cost to gain knowledge about what each of us do offer. But I will say, for instance, our legal team, if we have an elder law attorney, if an individual is interested in advance directives or
Sure.
Medicaid planning for a nursing facility, there would be a cost associated with that. However, learning about everything that we provide is no cost.
Exactly. So yeah, and that makes sense. So it would be at no cost to, you know, utilize the number, have some consultations, and then if you wanted to purchase various products and services, then that's another conversation.
Absolutely.
Well, let's go ahead and tell the number. So how can people find you?
If you want to call 850-391-2543. It's a 24/7 hotline. An individual answers the line and makes a determination who in the Alliance that individual needs to connect with. So we're very excited about having a hotline because it's basically definitely a one-stop shop.
Great. Well, what kind of feedback have you gotten so far from the seniors or family members that have benefited from this knowledge that you say?
I can refer back to our lady. She again was very grateful that we activated our chain of resources for her, and it did enable her to stay in her home an additional year. She's now in an assisted living, actually, which several of our members helped her with. So she was very grateful to have her finger on all of the services available.
Now, what if there happens to be among our viewers an organization or individual that would like to be a part of the Alliance? How can they contact you?
They can call our number at 850-391-2543, or I do urge folks to go to Google and Google Escarosa Senior Alliance or Professionals Helping Seniors. When you had asked about contacting, there are many alliances across the nation as well, so you can go to that website, Professionals Helping Seniors, and they can contact us there as well.
So like if someone lives here but they have an elderly relative somewhere else, they could go to that website and find contact information for your counterparts in that location. Is that
Absolutely.
correct? Great.
Absolutely.
Great. Fantastic information. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.